Good morning, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles. Welcome to Kelley Smith Elementary School and our last Terrific Kid ceremony of the school year. We'd like to take the opportunity to thank the Kiwanis Club. They do so much for all of our kids in elementary, middle school, and high school, and I'd like them to take the opportunity to talk.
Thank you, sir. And on behalf of fellow members Rick Surency, Jane Crawford, Tim Parker, and our president, Kingsley Plimpton, we just want to take a moment to welcome parents, and I see grandparents out here also. As he said, this ends another year for us. This ends 21 years that we have been here at Kelley Smith Elementary School. We've done it 22 years in the county, but 21 here. And we're certainly proud to be a part of this school and helping our administration out to do the best that they can to help these young people. In a moment, he'll be reading to you what the teachers and sometimes even their classmates have said about them and what they're accomplishing and working on their character and their attitudes and their grades and their reading program. So we think it's a well-rounded program. One of the joys that we have is we get to sit and watch the smiles and the claps and everything, the excitement that you all have. And I know you're proud. We're proud of them, and we're just proud of these young people. We say thank you for what you've done and just keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kiwanis Club members. We greatly appreciate your help. All right, fifth graders, we're going to start with you first. All right, our first Terrific Kid nominee out of Miss Hickenlooper's class, Paige Bosley. Paige was nominated because she is a good student and always tries her best. Paige comes to school each day with a quiet and friendly attitude. She is polite and respectful to all adults. Paige completes all assignments to the best of her ability and never complains. She is kind and considerate to her classmates and is always willing to lend a hand. Paige is a pleasure to have in class. Congratulations, Paige. Keep up the good work. Love, Mrs. Hickenlooper. Our next Terrific Kid nominee out of Mrs. Morris's class, Reese Malloy. Reese is a sweet, respectful student. He works extremely hard to achieve success. Reese is also an awesome classmate to his peers. He is friendly and kind to every student in our class. He gets along with everyone and makes sure that not one child ever feels left out. He loves to laugh and always has a smile on his face. He is helpful and treats others with care. Reese is simply an all-around terrific kid. I am proud to have him as a student this year. Thank you, Reese, for being you. Love, Mrs. Morris and class. Our next Terrific Kid nominee out of Miss Modal's class, LaRodre Graham. LaRodre was nominated because he is very respectful to student who is always polite and makes sure to say please and thank you. His hand is always the first one up to get the class quiet and ready to listen. LaRodre is a very dedicated student who works hard to do his best. He always puts forth his best effort even if the task at hand is difficult. I have never seen him give up when he runs into a problem he cannot handle. He simply asks another student or me for help and tries to figure it out. When LaRodre sees that something needs to be done, he does it. He almost always picks up around the class at the end of the day without complaint. I know that LaRodre is a student I can rely on to make smart decisions. He provides a glowing example for others to follow. Congratulations, you are one terrific kid. Good job, LaRodre. Our next Terrific Kid nominee out of Miss Simmons' class, Camden Posey. Camden was nominated because she is a wonderful young lady who is responsible, respectful, helpful, and hardworking. Camden is always on task, actively listening, and promptly following directions. She treats others with respect and earns their respect and friendship in return. She has a sweet, happy nature, and her kindness and caring make others enjoy being around her. Camden rarely complains or gets angry. She demonstrates a natural leadership ability and works well both in cooperative groups and independently. She is eager to help and give an encouraging word to others. She arrives each day with a bright, pretty smile and a positive attitude. It is a pleasure to teach a terrific student like Camden. Congratulations. Fourth grade students, come on up to the wall. Miss one? Okay, I got it. Meadow Skidmore, come on up. Out of Miss Griffith's fifth grade class. Meadow was nominated by her peers to represent our class as a terrific kid. I am proud of their choice, as Meadow shows many terrific characteristics every day. Meadow is happy and ready to learn. She is very patient with others and is always willing to lend a hand to friends in need. Meadow is an excellent student. She is always on task and eager to try something new. She treats adults and students with respect and embodies the character pillars that we have put in place at Kelley Smith. She follows our sharp expectations, and I couldn't be more proud to have her in class. Congratulations, Meadow, for representing our class as terrific kid. Love, Mrs. Griffith. Here you go, Meadow. Sorry about that. Good job. Our next terrific kid nominee, Katie Witzlib out of Mrs. Bellamy's class. Katie was nominated because she always has a positive attitude and a kind word to offer others. Katie is always looking for a way to be helpful to her peers. She has a genuine, sweet personality and a smile on her face. She is liked by all her peers. Katie is definitely a role model to others, always showing respect to all students and staff. Katie's attitude and smile brightens every room she is in. Congratulations, Katie. Good work. Good job. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Mrs. Hayes' class, Jared Rich. Jared is an exceptional student. He is always up for an adventure and he likes a challenge. Jared enters the room daily with such a positive attitude that is contagious among his peers. Jared is respectful. He listens to directions and follows them to the best of his ability. He is not a quitter. When an assignment is challenging for Jared, he takes it upon himself to ask for help. He strives to do his best. Often I see Jared rereading and checking over his work to make sure he has the correct answer. Congratulations, Jared. We are so proud of you. Good job, buddy. Our next terrific kid out of Mrs. Knapp's class, Deandra Fields. Deandra is a shining star when it comes to being a first-class student and friend. With a politeness and sweetness that can't be beat, Deandra is respectful of others and quick to lend a hand when needed. She takes time with her teammates to help and explain when they need assistance. Responsible, respectful, kind, and considerate are just a few words to describe her. Congratulations, Deandra. We're proud of you. Good job. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Mrs. Wallace's class, Jimmy Plymill. Jimmy is a great student. He comes each day and gives it his all. Jimmy is well liked by his classmates and staff at school. Jimmy is willing to help others in many situations. He knows the rules and does his best to follow them each day. He is very welcoming to new students as they have joined our class. He works well with others, whether as a partner or a group. You can see each day how he tries to follow the character pillars, and in doing so, shows what it means to be a terrific kid. Thank you, Jimmy, for being that example for others. Love, Mrs. Wallace. Here you go, Jimmy. Congratulations, buddy. All right, third graders, come on up. Our first nominee out of Mrs. Browning's room, Deborah Brooker. Deborah? Oh, okay, gotcha. Deborah is a wonderful student and a joy to have in the classroom. She demonstrates all the character pillars every day. Deborah is always willing to help out. Thank you for being a great example for others. Love, Miss Browning. Great job. I'm proud of you. Good job. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Edwards' class, Talasia Baker. Our next terrific kid out of Miss Larrabee's class, Ashlyn Yelvington. Ashlyn has been a complete joy to have in my class. She always works hard to complete her assignments. She strives to be the best student she can be. She not only excels in her classwork, but she is a student her classmates can model themselves after. Her classmates agree that she is thoughtful, respectful, and a caring person. Everyone can always count on her to help a classmate with their work or just be a friend. Ashlyn not only works hard to achieve any goals she's given, but she smiles through the entire process. As Ashlyn moves on to 4th grade, I have no doubt she will be a shining star that will set a wonderful example of how a student should behave that is respectful, responsible, and trustworthy. Congratulations. Love, Mrs. Larrabee. Great job. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Mrs. Paul's class, Paisley Flannery. Paisley is a sweet, kind-hearted young lady. Paisley shows awesome shark behavior everywhere she goes. It is a joy to watch Paisley's excitement when she learns new things. She has shown our class that setting goals, working hard, and never giving up pays off. She makes our classroom a better place. Paisley, thank you for being a wonderful classroom helper. Remember, always stand up for what is right and never give up on your dreams. Love, Mrs. Paul. Paisley. Here you go. Congratulations. Our next terrific kid nominee is Bryce Edwards out of Miss Sherwood's class. Bryce comes straight into class and begins morning work immediately. He reads his work and gives 100% to his academics, making sure he gives evidence to support his answers. Bryce has a very creative process and is able to complete multiple tasks with favorable results. He is very loving and finds comfort in a pat on the back, a hug, or a simple smile. Bryce accepts challenges that are presented to him and is preparing for the skills necessary to reach his goals. I have learned a lot about Bryce so far this year and have had the opportunity to observe his participation and interaction with his classmates and his teammates. He has worked hard since entering my classroom this year and is growing in many different aspects. Bryce comes from a very hardworking family who has pushed him to grow and develop critical thinking skills. They've done a great job with helping him in his scholastics and teaching him that it's not about being the best, but about doing your best. I'm so proud of you, Bryce. Love, Mrs. Sherwood. Congratulations, brother. Good job. Our next terrific kid nominee is Elena out of Miss Williams' class. Elena Sullivan. Elena is our terrific kid because she has such great character. Elena's classmates notice her respectfulness in and out of the classroom. Elena shows the character pillars of caring and citizenship by offering to help those in need without being asked. She shows responsibility by always waiting her turn and completing all her tasks. She's a trustworthy friend to everyone and always treats others kindly. Elena is a terrific kid, and we are so happy to have this kid with character in our class. Congratulations, Elena. Great job. 2nd grade. Our first 2nd grader out of Mrs. Brown's class, Dale Oliver Goodwin. Dale has been nominated because he has shown such a drive to improve, to learn, and enjoy school. Dale is a very hard worker. When he puts on his thinking cap, you can see the wheels turning as he works toward understanding. He is helpful, kind to others, and is willing to listen to have academic growth. He goes out of his way to show cooperation and respect. This is why Dale is our terrific kid. Love, Mrs. Brown. Great job, buddy. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Cooper's class, Blessin Felder. Blessin comes to school each day with a smile on her face. She is always ready and eager to start the day. Blessin works hard every day. She tries her best at all she does and never gives up. Blessin has met many of her goals this year and is working toward more. Blessin loves helping others who are in need. She is very kind and sweet to all her classmates. Blessin knows and follows all of our shark expectations here at school. She is always respectful to adults and students. She always keeps a positive attitude no matter what happens. I'm very proud of Blessin. She's an excellent role model for our class to follow. She truly is a terrific kid. Congratulations. Love, Miss Cooper. Great job. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Keller's class, Charles Herrig. Charles has been nominated for Terrific Kid in Miss Keller's class because of the many character pillars he portrays. Charles shows responsibility by being prepared and eager to start the day. He is caring and loves helping others in need. Charles has many friends because of his compassionate ways. Charles also shows respect on a daily basis. He uses his manners and follows the golden rule. Charles works hard each day and tries his best to make our classroom a better place. He continues to show citizenship by encouraging others to be better at everything they do. I'm very proud of you, Charles. You truly are a terrific kid. Love, Miss Keller. Great job. Proud of you. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Mullis's class, Wyatt Farmer. Wyatt was nominated for Terrific Kid because of his outstanding demonstration of school-wide expectations and his positive example that he sets in the classroom. He consistently shows cooperation to his classmates and peers. He practices self-control both in and outside of our classroom. Wyatt acts responsible by coming to school prepared and eager to learn every day. He is extremely respectful to everyone by using appropriate manners. Wyatt helps keep our school safe by modeling a quiet and orderly line. I'm so proud of Wyatt and what an amazing young man he is. He is a role model for all of our classmates, and his shark characteristics shine through and through. Congratulations, Wyatt. You truly are a terrific kid. Love, Miss Mullis. Great job, buddy. Proud of you. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Severance's class, Morgan Wiggs. Morgan has been nominated for Terrific Kid for all the character pillars. You can trust Morgan to always do the right thing. Morgan's very respectful to adults and other students. He has great manners. He strives for academic excellence. He works hard to be the best that he can be. Morgan is very dependable, always has his homework, and is a hard worker, always completing assignments so he can eat lunch with me on Friday. He comes in ready to get started every morning with a smile on his face. He's always prepared and completes any task required. Morgan is an outstanding student and a good role model for other students. He works well with any student. He is always so pleasant, and I can always count on him. Morgan, you are my shining star. Keep up the great work. Love, Miss Severance. Here you go, Morgan. Here you go, buddy. Good job. Our next Terrific Kid nominee out of Miss Simpson's class, Parth Patel. Parth was nominated because he shows all the characteristics of a terrific kid. Parth is trustworthy because he is honest and reliable. Parth shows respect when he uses his good manners. He is self-disciplined because he always does what he's supposed to do. Parth is responsible because he always brings and returns assignments and papers home in a timely manner. He is kind, helps others with their work when needed, takes turns when playing games. Parth is truly a terrific kid and a wonderful addition to our classroom. Love, Mrs. Simpson. Great Good job, Parth. Proud of you, buddy. All right, our first grade students. Our first terrific kid nominee out of first grade, Mason Farmer. Mason comes to school each day with a smile on his face and a terrific attitude. Mason always tries his very best, works extremely hard, and doesn't complain. Mason is a leader in the classroom. He follows all the rules, is kind to everyone, and also is a very good friend to all. Mason, you are one terrific kid. We love you, Mrs. Barnes, and all your first grade friends. Congratulations. Good work. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Hoffman's class, Briley Branham. Briley is a ray of sunshine in class. She takes her schoolwork very seriously and always gives her best. Briley always shows her good heart by offering a helping hand to friends in need. She is an absolute joy to teach in class. She makes every day bright. Briley is an excellent student, a wonderful friend, and a special person. Love, Mrs. Hoffman. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Jordan's class, Jackson Altman. Jackson is our terrific kid because he's such a wonderful little person who has such a big heart and has great character. He always tries his best on every assignment given to him, even if it is challenging. He puts a smile on his face and dives right into it, and then is eager to show and guide his classmates to do the same. He is such a sweet and kind little person, full of encouragement, kind words and actions, and he has such a gentle and true heart. Love, Miss Jordan. Congratulations. Good work. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Mrs. Thomas's class, Montasia Jackson. Montasia has really been a shining light in our classroom this 9 weeks. She always tries her best and has really worked hard to be a good citizen and a good example to others. She is very bright and has a wonderful future ahead of her, and I'm very proud of her accomplishments. Way to go, Monty. We are so proud to call you our terrific kid. Love, Mrs. Thomas. Monty, great job. Our next terrific kid nominee on Miss Tim's class, Kara Goodwin. Congratulations, Kara, for being chosen as our May 2016 terrific kid. Your first grade classmates nominated you as a student deserving of this honor. When they voted, they wrote that you are very sweet, kind, respectful, friendly, and you say nice things to people. They recognize that you are a responsible student who follows the rules the first time. Your peers notice that you listen carefully during instruction and don't interrupt during lessons. Many said you are a good role model for completing homework and returning it each day. Well done, Kara. Continue to be a beacon of light for our class and grade level who notice your excellent behavior and appreciate you so much. Keep smiling as you continue the race. The finish line is almost here. In our eyes, you are already a success. Lots of hugs. Love, Mrs. Timms. Congratulations. Good job. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Williams' class, Michael Shazel. Michael was selected as our terrific kid for many reasons. His most outstanding qualities are that he gets along well with all of his classmates, and he's just so likable. He is also a very responsible young man, always working hard to reach his highest potential, completing and turning in his schoolwork, as well as his nightly reading and math homework. Michael shows a lot of character by being respectful to all of his teachers and classmates. His sweet attitude, honesty, and sense of fairness is refreshing, which makes him a joy to teach. Michael is also dependable. Each morning, he helps me by placing the chairs at each desk, passing out pencils, and papers for the day, and running an errand if necessary. I can always count on him to get the job done. Michael's parents are to be congratulated for raising such a fine young man who will go far in life. Michael is truly one terrific kid. Congratulations. Love, Mrs. Williams. Nice job, Michael. Good job. All right, our kindergarten students, come on over to Miss Taylor. Our first terrific kid nominee out of Miss Tipton's class, Ariana Hughes. Come on up. Mrs. Tipton writes, I chose Ariana Hughes to be my terrific kid because she displays respect, caring, responsibility, and awesome citizenship. She shows respect by always being a good listener, great helper, and a wonderful role model for other students. She shows the character trait caring by always being kind to others and willing to help anyone in need. She shows responsibility in our classroom by completing her classwork, cleaning up her work area, and always following school rules. She displays good citizenship by telling the truth, using her manners, and being kind to everyone. These are the reasons I chose Ariana to be my terrific kid. Love, Mrs. Tipton. Great job, Ariana. Good job, Tina. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Mrs. McDaniel's class, Paisley Browns. Paisley was nominated by our class because she shows great character. Students in our class have this to say about Paisley. She has good manners. She plays well with everyone at recess. She always follows directions. She uses kind words. Paisley is a friend to everyone and is always willing to lend a helping hand to anyone in need. I'm very proud of Paisley and all she has accomplished this year. Thank you for being a terrific kid. Love, Mrs. McDaniel. Our next terrific kid nominee out of Miss Hager's class, Riley Bostick. Riley was nominated by her peers because she is a wonderful example of how a terrific kid should act. She follows the rules and always shows good character. She was the first one in our classroom to learn all 100 sight words. Way to go. It is not uncommon to find her leaning over someone's table to explain a math problem or help someone sound out a word. She is always willing to lend a helping hand. We are so lucky to have Riley in our class. We can always count on her to lead by example with exceptional behavior. We love you, Riley. Congratulations. Love, Mrs. Hager and your classmates. Great job. We're proud of you. Our next terrific kid nominee is Soraya Sanders out of Miss Hood's class. Soraya was nominated because she is the perfect example of a terrific kid. Soraya is a teacher's dream come true. She is an excellent scholar who wants to become a nurse when she grows up so she can help people. I believe Soraya will have a wonderful and caring nurse. Will be a wonderful and caring nurse. I would love being her patient. She is beautiful inside and out with a heart full of kindness and a great love for learning and a very bright future ahead of her. You rock, Soraya. Love, Mrs. Hood. Great job. Proud of you. And our last terrific kid, Dalton Howell out of Miss Hudson's class. Dalton was voted as terrific kid by our class. Students in our class have this to say about Dalton. He is kind. He plays with me. He is a good listener. Dalton works hard in class and is always eager to please. I am very proud of Dalton and all he has accomplished this year. Dalton, you are a terrific kid. Love, Mrs. Hudson. Great job, Dalton. Parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, we couldn't be more proud of all of your students. We greatly appreciate your support and your help this year, and we look forward to our continued relationship with all of you next year. We greatly appreciate it, and we'd like to give you all a round of applause. This concludes our terrific kids ceremony.
Look around, the changes catch your eye, and you come to realize one can make a difference. Reach out, stand out, find out what it's all about. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Life is bigger than just one, but one can make a difference. Nothing changes quite as much as change, and the things we rearrange, trying to make a difference. Reach down, deep down, look at the sky of another town. Listen well, the wind will tell you something good is in the air. Oh, life is bigger than just one. Oh, but one can make a difference. Stand out, find out what it's all about. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Reach out and stand down, find out what it's all about now. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Life is bigger than just one, but one can make a difference. Life is bigger than just one, but one can make a difference.